Good morning, welcome back. Today on the channel we'll be looking at games beginning with G on AYANEO. Here we're gonna start ourselves off by going into Godswillfall. Gonna start off with 11 watts. Alright. I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit here. And into the settings. Show you we're running on highest settings, and I've just changed text size to medium so it's easier to read on the AYANEO. Otherwise 11 watts, we're just going to jump right in. We should see a constant 60. Just gonna skip the intro here. Jump right into the game. Central idea is you're stranded on an island. So just gonna try and go through some of the earlier bits here quickly as possible, so you can have an idea of how the game runs. Graphically, frame rate wise, you can see small dips. A couple of frames here and there. But overall, oop. Alright, hopefully that gives you an idea how the game works. Gonna abandon poor AYANEO in this cave here. We're gonna quit out. It's an okay game. Can be fun, can be frustrating. Depends. Alright, now that we're back, we're gonna keep going. 11 watts. We're gonna jump right into Greedfall. This game at 11 watts. With the settings I'm gonna show you. Gonna be hitting a little above 30. You can VSync this to 30 and you should get consistent performance. So here we go. Hitting low shadows, medium draw distance, medium cloud physics, normal SSAO, FXAA, normal particles, medium texture quality, anisotropic low. So you can, I guess, lower. I'm not sure how this dynamic resolution works. I mean, I guess you could lower it and it should give you a more consistent frame rate, or you could lower the settings here and it could give you a more consistent frame rate. For me, it runs at about between 30 and 40 in this game. Feels fine. I don't really think it's a gigantic deal. It looks nice. 11 watts, battery is going to last a while. Even if you increase the wattage, the frame rate's not going to have much difference. Like you'll gain 5 or 5 watts per 5 watts. Kind of don't see the point. But I'm gonna choose warrior here, and we're gonna go for strength and charisma, so we can start the game real quick.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face.
You can see here we're hitting low 30s quite easily, and game looks nice, very clean. Loads of characters on screen. This is very much a Mass Effect type game. At least I've been told. I haven't played it much. Honestly, some of the voice acting is putting me off. But oop. Oh, that helped. It's kind of hard to play this game with looking at the screen here. I don't even think that's fair, but okay. Oop. Pine to the right. Yep. That's fair. Alright. At least that gives you an idea of how the game runs. I mean, seems like silly fun. Why not? Okay, so Now we're gonna jump into, let's see. Alright, let's do Grand Theft Auto 4. Just gonna jump in. Again, we're gonna stick to 11 watts. And at 11 watts, performance should be close to 60 most of the time. Alright, let's try the Ballad of Gate 20. And it's going to go into options so you can have a look. Honestly, I don't think I've changed the settings much here. Subtitles on. Yep, definitely haven't changed the settings much because I always leave the subtitles on. So graphics, aspect ratio, auto, high, medium, reflection medium, water medium, shadow medium, night shadows off, anisotropic 4, view distance 30, detail distance 30, vehicle density 40, and that's it. Could increase it a bit, but 11 watts, it's fine. Just gonna start. I'll say one of the reasons why I wanted to run Ballad of Gay Tony versus the Nico's campaign or the motorcycle gang thing, whatever. What was that campaign called? I've forgotten the name of the campaign. It's because this it's because of the starting opening scene.
Yeah? They said catching that pass in my high school championship football game was a bad idea because I broke my leg in 13 places, but I scored a touchdown and won the game. The world is built out of bad ideas, my friend.
Sure, buddy.
The PE-4 has been molded and is set to explode in 60 seconds. Now listen, people. We're your friends. Me and me brother here. Why are you telling them we're brothers, you idiot? That's gonna make it hard for them to fight us, isn't it? I'm trying to be honest with these people. We put them through a lot today. Fuck these people. Fuck your cause. That shit's over. Ireland's not the only thing that's green. Dollars are too. Now you said bloody Ireland. That's gonna narrow the search, ain't it? Fuck you. Take the needle out your arm, then tell me what to do. I'll let you tell me what to do when you stop shoving half of Bolivia up your nose every Saturday night. Motherfucker! Fuck! We told you not to fuck with us! Shit! Michael! Say fucking Michael! Fucking shit! Get the money! Me and my brother will watch the kids! Diablo, qué mierda! Yeah, like I said, man, everything's a little fuzzy. Well, if you think of anything else, Mr. Lopez. Sure, I'll give you a call. Thanks.
So you can see, getting a couple of dips, generally keeping it around 11 watts. Obviously this is GTA, so everything running is in real time. Gonna skip the starting credit sequence to avoid the...
We need to go to Hercules.
Yeah, I'm coming.
share the blame when the IRS comes knocking.
I was investing in your industry and acumen. Don't look for anything sinister here.
That's what you say, T. But I'm kind of suspicious. Maybe witnessing that robbery made me paranoid. And maybe it's just hanging out with you. Who the fuck knows?
Alright. So that gives you an idea of the performance. GTA 4. We're gonna jump into GTA 5. You know, I just wondered if, because you have to drive on the right side of the road in GTA 4. And obviously, you only drive on the right side of the road in the US. I was wondering, like, if they change it to, like, the left side in international versions, you know, because it's the UK version, whatever. Yeah, just a thought. Anyways, GTA 5, gonna jump in. Let the Rockstar launcher do its thing. This is why I say that launchers suck. Just an extra step, like an unneeded one, to get into the thing. Alright, I'm gonna sort this out and come right back. Back in a moment. We're finally in. Can you guess why the game wasn't starting? Because Epic couldn't verify its servers, so I had to turn it off and turn it on again. Thank you, Epic. I just wanted to play a single player game, but you need to verify your servers for that. Thanks. Leaving that aside, we're staying on 11 watts, not increasing the settings, the wattage, and I'm just gonna jump into the story mode here. Again, GTA 5, 11 watts, should see pretty much 60 frames per second. Since it's gonna take a second to load. Settings are essentially all normal. Like, that's not a hyperbole, it's literally comes up as normal. So I'm just gonna jump in here so you can have a look. So if I jump into settings here, graphics, so we're on DX10, window borderless, FXAA on, VSync on, and if I go into advanced graphics here, I'm gonna try and avoid that. So everything here is off, but if I go into graphics here again, trying not to block the settings, because I can see on the camera it's not coming up. So everything's halfway on population density. Normal, soft shadows sharp, normal, anisotropic filtering off, ambient occlusion off. Can't turn these on. The game looks fine without them, so I just left them off. So just gonna run around the city here. And I'm gonna go here. Yeah, I'm gonna take someone else's car. Come on, guys, give me a nicer car than that. I don't want an old beat up car. Okay, I'm taking your Jeep. It's the nicest car here. Yes, I'm gonna talk over this license music so I don't get demonetized again. Thanks. GTA. All I want to do was get in the car. Alright. Time to get up. Okay. Hopefully short. Short. YouTube is fun. Alright. So you can see performance here pretty much sticking to pretty much sticking to
Enjoy, my friend.
60 frames per second at 11 watts. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. Don't see them coming from anywhere. Alright, hopefully that gives you an idea how the game runs. And we're keeping pretty much to 60 frames per second. Slight dips here and there. Game runs really well though. Wouldn't worry about it. 11 watts, 60 frames a second. Alright. So gonna keep it at 11 watts right now. And going to jump into Guacamelee. Yes. Have to keep some suspense. Have to keep some suspense for the end, as it were. This game is great. Alright, well that gives you an idea how the game runs. Yes, I know it's a short look at it, but I mean, it's a 2D game running at 11 watts. It's not gonna have any issues. Really quick, I'm gonna jump into Growhome. Actually, before I jump in, I'm gonna lower this to 5 watts. So I think it'll run at 5 watts, if I'm not mistaken. Oop, slightly too low. Alright. So at 11 watts with high settings, Growhome should run at a constant 60 frames per second. It's a very cute game. The whole idea is that you have to use your environment to grow plants to find a way home, you know, by climbing them. I mean, it's a really simple game, but it's really fun. It's not very graphically intensive. If anyone's looking for a relaxing game to play, you know, something that doesn't take a lot of, you know, minimum effort, maximum relaxation, this is about as nice as it gets. It has Death Stranding vibes, you know, but no real story, so you don't need to struggle with philosophical questions while playing. Anyways, I'm gonna quit out of here. That gives you an idea of how the game runs. I'm gonna quit from the Epic launcher here. And we're gonna keep the 11 watt train going and jump into Galak-Z. Galak-Z is every 80s space anime made into game form. It's the best way I can describe it. It's fun. It's quirky. It's funny.
That's right.
11 watts. I'm gonna hit.
Okay, there's a vessel in the area ahead. Find and escort my friend, Crash, and I'll open a warp point.
Exactly who is this friend?
A mercenary
60
beam.
frames without much
Never
issue.
trust a mercenary beam.
This mercenary can make us weapons.
Fine, I'll suspend my disbelief. Beam's mechanic friend Crash.
Is this unclear?
Oh no, Beam, I understand. I understand everything. Get the fighting to the big boys.
And you'll have to excuse the gameplay. It's hard to play this game
Crash,
He's a bit of a hermit. Keeps to himself. Likes
looking at
stuff he
the
likes.
do you think
viewfinder.
Why not?
Shoot.
right at the tailpipe?
To aim as well.
SOS. Calling any neutral parties within broadcast range. I am scuttled and require someone to take out an Imperial turret that has me holed up in this cave. I can reward you with weapons and barter.
Damn you. What is it, amateur hour?
So at 11 watts, generally good performance.
SOS. Requesting assistance. I'm pinned in a cave with down shields by an Imperial turret. Take that turret out for me, and I'll give you the best weapon in my stash. Deals on everything else too.
Now, hopefully that gives you an idea of how the game runs. Generally constant 60. Couple of dips here and there. It's still a lot of fun. Alright, we're gonna keep the 11 watt ball rolling. Gonna jump into Genesis Noir. This is more of a abstract game. So the reason you're not seeing it run full screen is because running this game full screen isn't really possible. If you set it to run at full screen at the correct resolution, that's what happens. I haven't found a way to solve this, therefore keeping it at 1066 by 866, and you get this sort of viewpoint in the game. Setting quality medium, and that's it. So given these settings, frame rate wise we're hitting between 40 and 60, but this is more of a, visual novel type of game. You're more watching and reading rather than actually playing. It's very beautiful. It's one of those games that very much gives the argument for video games being art. So you got 11 watts. Still doing well in terms of frames. You do get dips, but overall everything is very consistent. Game never feels slow or sluggish. Hopefully that gives you an idea of how the game works. It's a great game, would recommend it. Can understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I liked it quite a bit. Alright. So we're going to jump into our final game today at 11 watts. This is Ghostbusters. This is the original game that came out on 360. It's not the remastered version. I'm not going to buy the remastered version again. The original version runs fine. So at 11 watts, you're going to hit mostly 60 with a couple of drops here and there. But majority of the time you're going to hit 60. Main reason why I'm pushing the 11 watt power limit is because of the extension to the battery life. It helps you play for longer. Alright. So I'm just gonna jump into the options here, so you can have a look at what we're doing. Texture detail high, shadow detail medium, soft particles off, persistent debris on, shadow maps off, mirror detail high, book detail high, and lock display to 60 Hz refresh rate. Can of course lower these settings if you feel the frame rate is not that great. But I'm just gonna jump in, play this for a few minutes.
That disgusting green blob is up on the 12th floor again, wreaking havoc. I demand a refund right now.
Sir, if you check the fine print on our invoices, right, invoices, you'll see that your warranty on rehaunting expired some time ago. You should have taken the extended service.
I'm just gonna skip the cutscene there. Just showing how the proton pack works.
You'll get your shot, champ. Just a little patience while your accelerator depolarizes.
You can see very constant frames.
Watch it! Contact!
You will get a couple of dips here and there in heavy scenes, but overall this is the type of performance you can expect.
Alright, showtime. We wear him out. You've got him on the run! Come on, let's go! Peter! Nah, I've seen this one already. Know how it ends. You two have fun, though. I'll cover the elevators and escort any ladies safely. Yeah, okay. And this signal looks just like your elusive little targeted enemy. Your meter will flash and buzz when it detects a potential signal. The pair of goggles are linked directly to your active PKE meter. This lets you see otherwise undetectable phenomena while you track it. Ghost trails, object auras, all kinds of cool events. Now, when the center bar peaks, you're headed in the right direction. When it's flat, you're following a cold trail. Line the target up with the smallest circle for the best scan. Okay, you got it. Now just take a scan. Way to go! Red signifies a hidden ghost. Green indicates an environmental paranormal anomaly. Blue means an active sample. Getting warmer. Warmer. Nope, losing the signal. You're red hot. Careful. Getting a good scan is sort of like taking a good snapshot. When you've got an entity in range, hold the scan button. This will analyze the ghost's PKE signatures and cross-reference them with your online Tobin Spirit Guide database. You can then access useful information on that entity. Careful. Whoa, he's definitely been here. An active sample is something you can collect, like a cursed artifact. We get paid extra for everything we scan and collect. Then we roll it back into research and development. The extra funds let us experiment with new equipment and offensive technologies.
I do love the game, but I'm gonna quit out. Got more to see today. So we're gonna exit here. Alright, final game before the main event. We're gonna go down to 5 watts. And we're gonna see Geometry Wars 3 Evolved. Honestly, don't even need to show you the options, but detail levels are medium. You can set it to high at 5 watts, it doesn't matter. I set it to medium just because I like to set things to medium. You know, on the AYANEO, you don't really see anything when you set it to high, so I don't see the point. But yeah, 5 watts, medium settings, get constant 60 all day long, no issues whatsoever. I mean, it's Geometry Wars, you know how it is. Let's quit out of here. And gonna jump into the first of our Gears of War games. 15 watts, Gears Tactics. So at 15 watts, general performance is 60. Couple of dips here and there. But good thing about this is that this is very much a XCOM-like game. You know, tactics and moving your units and issuing commands. So don't really need a lot of graphical horsepower to play something like this. But I'm just going to show you what I've done here. So general performance, full screen 100, vertical sync off, which, let's just leave it on. Minimum frames 60, maximum 60, cinematic 30, textures medium, 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 2x, shadow quality performance, cone step mapping off, sharpening 0.8, everything off here, screen space reflections to medium, doesn't really hurt, world detail medium, contact shadows off, shadow resolutions lowest, dynamic shadows off, that's about it. Post processing everything off except anti-aliasing performance, and bloom style standard. Alright, jump into the game. Just gonna show you the beginning tutorial section. One thing that I do see a problem with in this game is even though the graphics look fine, like there's some blurriness going on, and I don't know why, because the settings are high enough, so it really shouldn't be happening. It could be due to anisotropic filtering, it could be due to anti-aliasing. I don't know why. Something about this game isn't showing up right, and I don't know if it's supposed to look this way or not. Like, overall graphical settings I think are pretty high.
Damn. Grub's dug in. We need to flank him. Roger that. Moving into position. Easy pickings now.
But for me, I just find the whole look of the game slightly unpleasant.
The hammer strikes aren't gonna wait for us. Finish off these grubs so we can get to the CIC. Won't even break a sweat. Split spills. Right.
something to Sid Redburn? You clearly know where you're going. So why am I here? I guess someone up there likes you, Sergeant.
I'm gonna exit to the desktop now. So that gives you a general idea of performance. 60 most of the time. You will get dips into the 50s in really heavy situations, but generally should run fine. So I'm just going to jump into Gears of War Ultimate Edition, and then we'll end this video by showing off Gears 5. So this game, at the settings I'm going to show you at 20 watts. We're gonna hit mostly 50. 60 frames is gonna be a little bit tough, but should hit 50 frames very easily. I honestly don't know why. I actually figured it would hit 60 all day long. Because I know the original version, the Games for Windows version, would have done so, but yeah, this game doesn't want to. So I'm gonna leave VSync on, frame rate limit 60. FXAA, medium texture quality. Bit of a warning: don't start this game on high. If you start this game on high, game's gonna crash. It's just immediately gonna crash. Nothing you can do. Anisotropic filtering at 2x, shadow low, ambient off, motion off, visual quality medium. I'll turn off display since I have it on. So this is one thing I hate, is that you have to change your settings every time. Alright, I'm just gonna jump into the campaign here, whatever, leave out resync. So new campaign, yeah. Ever had that issue where everything's running perfectly fine until you decide to change one thing, the options, and it just suddenly decides I don't want to run fine anymore? No, just me? Yeah, thought so.
We've got two options. We can go back the way I came, through the guards' quarters. It takes time, but it's safe. Or we can go through the prison blocks and get right into the fight. Your choice.
Let's take the prison blocks. I'm ready to kick some ass.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. 6-4, this is Delta 2. We're en route. Over.
Copy that. We are beginning our run. 6-4 in position. Fox 1, Fox 1.
6-4, this is Delta 2. Hold your fire. We are inside the prison. Over.
Roger that. Holding fire. Advise you relocate ASAP.
Man, if the man knew I was here to get you, I'd be in some deep shit. Come on, let's go.
Like how the guy is just like so sad. Like, you know, but I wanted to blow up the thing.
Nice. What the hell's been going on in this prison? You don't want
Ground units are taking heavy fire. We have hostiles in all directions. Copy that. Calling for reinforcements. Over.
fuck! Take cover!
Roger that. Moving in.
Oh, yeah. 6-4, we are moving to your location. Over.
Copy that. We are clearing area for extraction.
Grab the grenade.
Fire in the hole. Scratch one grub. Down in front.
Why? Seem to be doing fine.
Throw a frag in there.
Fire in the hole.
Boom, baby. Okay, I think we're good. Let's grab some ammo. Marcus, they're cutting through the door. Take cover. Take cover.
I'm doing that. Shush, dude.
Get ready. Here they come.
Fire in the hole.
Dude, weren't you telling me to take cover?
Let's get out there. Delta 1, this is Delta 2. We're ready for extraction. Over.
Alright.
Copy that. Enemy units right there, right there.
So you can see we're outside. Frame rate's dipping quite a bit. I think that's probably because of the VSync.
Blank left.
More are coming. Two clicks to your right. Can you suppress? Over. Negative. We can only cover one target.
So what I'm gonna do, this is why I hate restarting everything every time. Gonna go back, turn off VSync, show you how that works. So without VSync, it runs a lot more smoothly now. Performance isn't struggling to keep up. Yeah, you're hitting
Scratch one grub.
high 40s.
We are aborting mission. Repeat, we are aborting mission. Retrieving Ghost.
Overall, performance is very solid. So keep the settings on, turn VSync off. So VSync in this game sucks. Honestly, if I had my way, I would honestly suggest if you can find the games for Windows version, play that one instead. It should run at constant 60.
Delta, there's something moving below ground. Over. I see it too. What are we looking at? Hell if I know.
Marcus, we've got to move to the Raven now. Go, go, go.
Nope. I'm exiting out. Alright. Hopefully that gives you an idea how Gears of War runs. Remember, leave VSync off. Made a mistake there turning it on. Leave it off. So we can exit out of here. And gonna look at our final game of the day. Which is Gears 5. Run this again at 20 watts. Surprising performance on this one. Mostly 60 in indoor areas. Outdoor areas, high 50s. Pretty good. It's taking a second to start. There we go. Alright, so just going to jump into the campaign here, and then I'll show you the suggested settings. Of course, need to wait for the menu to load. Alright, so then load up your options here. Go into video, full screen 1280-800, minimum frame 60, maximum frame 60, cinematic 30, field of view 90, and VSync off. And where's the advanced stuff? Ah, there we go. So these are the advanced settings that you need to know. Ultra textures, yeah, not happening. You're not playing this in 4K. Don't even think about it. Character detail medium, wall detail medium, fixed detail medium, cone step mapping off, texture streaming medium, texture filtering 4K anisotropic. You can lower this to 2K, 2x. I found 4x looks better and it doesn't have that much of a hit, so I left it on. Character level of detail low. This is again for other characters, not for you. Your character is more tied to character texture detail, so your character is going to look detailed because of this setting, and other characters are going to look detailed because of this setting. So world level of detail medium, foliage off, animation auto, dynamic shadow low, everything here is off, and then volumetric fog quality low, everything else off. Bloom style standard, everything else off. Depth of field medium. This game has an issue with objects in the foreground and the background looking to be on the same plane. Having depth of field medium helps with that immensely. It's not perfect, but it does help a lot. Increasing it anymore will have an impact on performance. So I'm going to jump into the campaign here. I'm just going to jump into the campaign. General performance 60. When they're outside, loads of enemies. High 50s, high 40s, low 50s. I'm gonna skip the starting thingy. Just jump into the game.
Alright, Control, we're going in.
Control, really? I have a name.
You can see lack of shadows
Control.
does
Breaking it up as it is.
hurt the graphics a little bit,
This is my call.
but generally for what you're playing on, it looks really good.
She can yell at me, but she almost
If you can do 30, then there's a lot. Then I would suggest turning shadows on,
like 25 years.
Yeah, that's
but I prefer keeping it at 60. So turning off contact shadows, turning off ambient occlusion just seem preferable.
Still intact, right?
Yeah, as far as
And the game looks good as it is.
Dave to a functional control room. He'll handle the launch sequence.
I'm gonna rush through this beginning bit here. You can see we're pretty much hitting 60 with a couple of dips here and there.
Hey, get back. Oh, shit.
In set pieces like those, you'll see the frames dropping.
I think it's such a place that's falling apart.
Sometimes in the high 50s as well.
Do you guys plan to launch a satellite
For me, this campaign isn't the best. It's a lot better than Gears 4. At least you're not fighting robots all the time.
Okay, let's go. Stay back. We're coming down.
As you can see, you set pieces like that, frame rate's dipping to low 40s, low 50s, high 40s. That's about as low as it's gonna get.
Guess who? Dave, send a pulse and let's see what we're dealing with. Ah, there they are. Okay, let's put them down. Get into cover.
High ground on the left! Flank up!
Toss a flag if you got 'em.
Throwing frag.
More drones.
Again, apologies for the horrible gameplay. I am not able to play this very comfortably in this way, but yeah,
Imperial site is active.
I think I'm doing alright.
Okay, condors in the air. Let me know if you need reinforcements.
Get it handled for now. Delta out. Come on, we're gonna find one of those silos. Assuming the swarm haven't ripped blown apart.
Hey, I think we can get down this way.
No.
Sorry.
Hey, these headaches.
I'm okay, alright? Let's just find a silo.
For the record, you don't seem okay.
I'll live.
Alright. Hope that gives you a good idea of how Gears of War 5 runs.
Let's hope Jin sees it that way.
Quick side note. Gears of War 4 not running on the AYANEO. I don't know why, don't ask me. It just refuses to run. It kept crashing every time I ran it yesterday. 5 runs without a hitch, 4 not so much. Could be something in the settings, could be something else.
Destroyed!
Seriously?
Alright,
Alright, got them all.
gonna end this here. And
Silo. There, we found one of the silos.
alright.
It's wrecked.
Oh, there's 2 more. One of them's still operational.
Hope you're right. We ended the war once on this island. We get this hammer satellite up, we can do it again.
That's so. Break's not an option. What rocket fixes you can left?
Let's find out. You guys go right, Marcus and I'll go left.
Alright. Gonna quit the game. And gonna have a look at what's being played next time. So I'm gonna jump into the letter H. Come on. There we go. Alright, so this is a preview of what we're going to be playing next time. Except for Horizon Zero Dawn. God of War is about to be released on the PC on the 14th. So in celebration of that, tomorrow we'll be going through games that start with the letter H. And day after, we'll be doing a half-an-hour stream dedicated to Horizon Zero Dawn, best settings, gameplay, etc. And then day after, we will have stream of God of War best settings running on the AYANEO, half-an-hour gameplay. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you later. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Leave some suggestions on how to improve the channel. Thanks a lot. Bye.